Piano with Berenika. This YouTube channel is for the kids that love playing piano and want to learn a bit more. Piano is a really cool instrument. One of the reasons that it's cool is that you can play chords easily. A chord is a combination of 3 or more notes played at the same time. Today, we're going to dive a bit deeper into what chords actually are. First, let's start with the basics. The easiest chord is a major chord. It consists of a root, a major third, and a perfect fifth. For example, C would be C, E, and G. Together, the C and E make the major third, and the C and G make the perfect fifth. Let's hear it on the piano. For the C major chord, we have the major third, the perfect fifth, and the C major chord. So, if we have a happy chord, we also need to have a sad chord, and indeed we have. We have the minor chord. The minor chord is similar to the major chord, except it has a flattened third. So for C minor, we would have C, E flat, and G. Let's hear it. This is a C minor chord. Now that we've learned the minor chord, the diminished chord would be very easy, because the diminished chord is like the minor chord with a flattened fifth. It has that uncomfortable feeling, although some of them do sound nice. Let's hear some examples. This is B flat diminished, and this is C diminished. So what would happen instead of lowering a sound in the chord, we would raise a sound in the chord. Let's take the major chord, but this time we're going to raise the fifth. Then we would end up with something called the augmented chord. For example, C augmented would be C, E, and G sharp. Let's hear some examples. This is C augmented. I think you're asking the same question. What would happen if we raised the third in the major chord up? Well, our ears are so used to hearing the major chord that if we did it, it would sound a bit awkward. This is called the suspended chord. That's because we're resolving it quickly by moving the second note to the fourth to the third. Let's hear it. This is C suspended. But that doesn't really sound nice because we have to resolve it. Much better. Now that we've learned about the most important types of chords, let's get to the next level. Chords don't only have to have 3 notes. They can also have more. And if we're doing that, it's called chord extensions. Chord extensions are added in thirds. So the next chord extension would be a 7th chord. And after that, it would be a 9th chord, and so on. But our hands aren't big enough, and we don't have enough fingers, so I don't think that would happen. This is the normal C major chord, and this is C extended. If we can add notes to a chord, we should also be able to remove notes from a chord. And really, if we're doing this, it's called a power chord, because we can just drop the middle note from the chord and just play the root and the perfect fifth. When we're doing this, for example, C major would just be C and G. Let's hear it. This is a C power chord. Last but not least, chord inversions. To play the first chord inversions, you have to take the first note from any chord and transpose it up one octave. So for example, for C major, instead of having C, E, G, we would have E, G, and C. And for the second inversion, we have to take the first two notes from the chord and transpose them up one octave. So we would have G, C, and E. And for the third inversion, it would only make sense if we had a chord extension. Otherwise, it's the same as the root. Let's hear it. We have the root, the first inversion, second inversion, and the third inversion, aka root. Thank you for watching. Today we've learned about chords. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit at Piano Berenika, and see you guys next time.